Hi YouTube, it's Lena and I'm here with my Project Pan Roulette finale. I hit 20 products. I actually hit 21, but I will get to that in a moment. So how I'm going to do this is I'm going to show you what I finished this time, show you the progress on everything else that was left over, and then show you everything that I finished. Because I kept everything, even from like last year, because I'm weird. But I will be happy to finally get rid of some of this trash. It's all sitting over here. And then I will show you my Pan That palette. So this might be a long video, so you know, grab a snack, grab a drink, whatever. I know I'm kind of blabby anyway, but this might be a little longer than usual. Anyway, so the two products that I finished or hit my goal on were the Living Proof Prime Style Extender. I finished this. It wasn't that far from finishing, as you can see. It was like down to there. It had like 2 uses left. I do really like this, but I'm glad to have finished it. And I had technically hit pan on this last time, but because I poked a pin in there to see how far I was, I decided to wait 2 weeks and get more pan showing, and I did that. This is, okay, that product was my multi-use product, and this, I just pulled a blush for this. This is the Physicians Formula Nude Wear Blush. That little bit of pan has expanded from last time, so I am calling this done. I'm really happy about, because it's really hard to hit a pan on a blush. I started cursing when I drew that. And let's show you all the other products. So for color, I don't normally wear. This was the Buxom Lip Gloss in Trixie. I did not finish it. I did not even make progress on it because I'm trying to finish other things. This is going to be in my 15 by Halloween, which should be going up after the 4th of July. So if I'm moving anything to any different projects, I will also let you know. Let's see, I have a loose powder product. This was the Bella Pierre Eyeshadow in Excite. This was an abysmal failure. I mean, I barely used any of it because I was only using it in the inner corner because it creases like crazy no matter what I do to it if I wear it all over the lid. So this is just going back in my collection. I'm not going to work on this anymore anytime soon. I'm quite sick of it. Let's see. Pretty packaging. This is also going to be in my 15 by Halloween. It is the Physicians Formula, what is this called exactly? Powder Palette Mineral Glow Pearls and Translucent Pearl, and I almost dropped it. Now I have been using this since it was basically new. I think I'd used it in like 1-2 week makeup basket. But in the middle, I wore down all the pearls and it is starting to make a divot. So I think in the next couple of months I can hit pan on it, which is what I want to do. Let's see, unusual products. This is the Aveda Blue Oil. And I did make a little bit of progress, but you know, because you just don't use a lot of this at any one time, you can't mark it. So I'm going to continue to use this, but I'm not going to work on it per se. I guess not going in another project or anything like that. Ipsy item. This is the ModelCo Illusion Lip Liner, and this was a full-size one. This was not a mini. That's how much of it I have used. I do have a marking. And that is where it is, and I started like all the way up there at that first mark. So I used up over half of this, so I'm really happy with that. This is not going to another project, but I'm going to keep working on it until it is done. I just wear it on the outside line of my lips right now, so it is starting to go slower than it was at first. Because I was panning a nude lip, I could wear it all over my lips. Let's see, nighttime product. I did actually finish another part of this. I picked 4 little mini masks. So a while ago I finished one of these little whey pods, which I have in my big stack of empties. And this past 2 weeks I did finish this REP BioFresh mask. So I finished about half of the product, honestly. There was only about 4 or 5 full uses in this. So I'm really happy to have at least finished half of that. And these are actually going to go in my project Use It Up so that I can use them up hopefully next month. Let's see. Product I've hit pan on. Oh, that was my Wet n Wild Coverall powder. This is actually going in my next project pan, which will be up tomorrow night. But I did make a lot of progress on it. So this actually needs to be repressed soon. I'm gonna repress it after that video because this is actually getting kind of hard to use. But this should actually be done in another month or so. So obviously I'm gonna keep working on it. And the last product I had, because I couldn't find my bag of things to draw from, which I did eventually find. Didn't do me any good, but I found it. I did have something in there called a free item, so I just decided this would be my free item. This is the Flower Beauty Skincognito Foundation Stick. Skincognito Stick Foundation. My apologies. In SF2. Roll that plastic back. And that is how much I have left. And I did actually make some remarkable progress this past time, so I am not going to continue working on this right now. I just don't want to pan a foundation right now. Like, I have my CC and BB creams that I'm going to keep putting in my Project Use It Up because I have all these little minis that I keep trying to go through to get rid of them. But I don't feel like panning another foundation with that right now, so yeah. So let's go over everything that I finished in order and date of when I finished them, because I actually write down the dates in my little notebook. So I started this August 23rd of 2015, and I am finishing it the June 29th of 2016. Let me write that down real quick. So I was on this for 10 months to finish 20 products, and Roulettes take longer because you usually wind up with at least some products that are completely brand new, and a couple of these were brand new when I started. So let me show you what I got. So first thing I finished was on September 9th. This was a morning product. This is the Dove Dry Shampoo. This I finished in the first update, so that was easy. The next thing I finished was a previously unfinished project pan. And I finished one of the 3 eyeliners that I finished in this. This was the Lord and Berry eyeliner. It actually just got too small to properly use. I kept dropping it, so I just called it quits. Because that was actually a really small sample to begin with, and after like 6 or 7 sharpenings, I couldn't use it anymore. So let's see, it doesn't appear that I finished anything in October. So let's go to November, let's see. Form I dislike. Whew, this was a nightmare. Because as soon as I wrote down the choice, I knew what I was going to pick for it, and I knew I was going to hate it, and I did. This is the CoverGirl True Magic The Sun Kisser Bronzer. This is just a little sample that I got with the Bombshell mascara that I actually used up recently in a different project. So I used up a little mini bronzer. It was a cream bronzer, and by the way, don't buy the little CoverGirl palette out right now. It's like a bronzer, a contour shade, and a highlight. They're cream, and I can't imagine they're any different from this formula because it's under the same CoverGirl True Magic brand. So that is garbage. I hated it. Let's see. Drugstore. I drew a drugstore product, and I picked this Maybelline Brow Drama Sculpting Brow Mascara in Soft Brown. I've done a review on this, and if I remember to, I will link it down below, but I actually like this. I know the wand is super crazy, and I had to stop using it because it smelled. Oh, and it smells worse now. Like, I know this wand is crazy, but as you can see, I naturally have big eyebrows, so it didn't bother me none, but that was that. Let's see, necessary product on November 14th. I finished my Revlon Photo Ready Concealer. This used to have marks on it, but I guess they wore away after a while, but this is what it looks like. The plastic started scraping my face, so I declared it done. Because this I had had for like almost 2 years, using it straight. This lasts forever. Of course, I just don't know how some people go through concealers fairly quickly. I do not. Something fun. I'm actually working on this to finish in a project right now, but I wanted to hit pan on this NYX Prismatic Eyeshadow in Mermaid. As you can see, I have a lot more pan, but like, right here was where I hit my original pan, and it was like smaller than my finger. It was literally like the size of a brush. So that is that. Let's see, is that the last thing for that month? I think it is. I finished what looks like two things in December. I finished a free choice item, so I guess I didn't have a free item, but whatever. This is the NYC eyeliner in Paparazzi Purple. It has also gotten stuck. I actually did really enjoy this, but I don't know how well you can see it, but the product actually came out near the end, so it was done. And let's see. On December the 25th, actually, on Christmas Day, I finished something cheap. This is the NYC Matte BB Cream. And I actually cut it open and scraped it out and everything. So I definitely finished that. And was that the last thing? Yeah, that was the last thing for the year. So starting in January, I managed to finish, looks like 2 items. I finished the brand I have the most of, which was this CoverGirl Outlast All Day Primer. I used this from brand new. I literally never touched it, so as you can see, I have a ton of marks on here because it was brand new. It actually took a while. And the other thing I finished, yes, this was an original thing that I drew that I hated so much. This was a neglected product. It is the Garnier Cleansing Oil. I'm not taking it out of that bag because it leaked. This packaging is garbage. It leaked everywhere. I mean, that is something pretty well known about that particular cleansing oil now, is that something is wrong with the packaging and it leaks everywhere. But it was the first one to come to the drugstore in America, so originally I did like it. And then I learned, hey, it's not supposed to leave a film across your eyes when you use it. Like, oils aren't supposed to do that, and the one I'm using now does not. So that's good. Let's see, 2 in January. I think I have something in February on the back. I do. On Valentine's Day, actually, February 14th, I finished favorite lip product. I happen to really love clear lip liners. This is the Rimmel Moisture Renew Clear Lip Liner, and it doesn't twist up anymore. It's done. Let's see. On March the 9th, I finished a spa product. I chose my Tree Hut Shea Sugar Scrub and Pomegranate Acai. It smells amazing. And this is the only thing that they put out in that scent as far as I know, which really sucks. But I did enjoy using that. I finished a couple of things in April, actually. Let's see, 4/13, 4/10, 4/14. I finished 2 things on the same day. I finished my oldest product, and I have a couple of products this could have worked for, but this was starting to die, which is why I chose it. So the Lorac, ooh, dried pieces all crumbled all over me. Yum. This is the Lorac Behind the Scenes Eye Primer. This came with my Lorac Pro, which I bought really early after my house burned down. This is one of the few good things I can say about having to replace all of your makeup collection at once is you know exactly how old everything is. Because you remember when you first bought it all again. It's awesome. It's not. So I finished that on the 10th. I think I finished, yeah. Something I have the most of. Crap, I forgot to grab this. It was my L'Oreal Infallible Eyeshadow in Perpetual Purple. I hit pan on the side of it. If I can hunt down the video that it's in, I will take a picture of it and show it to you and insert it in here. Because my husband is sleeping in the bedroom. I can't go in there. I gathered all this stuff up to film before he went to sleep, and apparently that was one thing that I forgot. Sorry about that. Let's see, 4/18, 4/14. Yeah, this was when I was finishing a bunch of stuff at once. I had a limited edition product. This is the Maybelline Master Matte by Face Studio Blush in Flushed Up, and that is all used up. I have all these little marks on the side because this was not a fast going product, but I used it up. A full-sized cream blush from Pretty New, which is a feat. They don't make these anymore, and that drives me crazy because I thought that was an amazing formula that they got rid of, and I don't know why they did it. I don't even know what they replaced it with. And the final thing of April is something in a palette from 418. I picked a shadow from my Urban Decay Electric palette. This is the tiniest bit of pan, but I was so sick of it by the end, even though I love this shade, that I was just like, I'm done. I'm so done. So yeah, that is it right there. I would like to go back to that at some point and expand the pan to a not ridiculously tiny amount. Let's see. May, I have, I think 2 products I used up in May. And that's it. Yeah, I have 2 products that I used up in May. I used up the thing I have a love-hate relationship with. This is Tarte's The Sculptor, because I don't like cream bronzers, but I actually really like this thing. And on 5/25, I finished up my Birchbox item, which is this Divinis Absolute Beautifying Potion Oil. There's a tiny bit left in there, but it's not enough for use. So that took forever. I was so happy when I finished that, and I started using it to like shave in the bath with, just to figure out another use for it. And I forgot something because I still have something sitting over there. Oh, okay, I missed one from April. I drew an eye product in my favorite color, and I picked out this K eyeliner in green. I had to stop using it because I'd had it open forever, and y'all were telling me like if it's already starting to like skip and stuff like that, and I've had it open for ages upon ages, I just needed to stop using it. That is a swatch of it right there. It is really pretty. So that was, and like I said, I finished up one of these little whey pods from, this is the anti-wrinkle cream mask. That is everything I used up. Anyways, let's show you my Panette palette real quick, because I always show these in my project pans, although in 2 weeks you're going to start seeing these on their own, because this is going to start getting its own video, because the project pan I'm doing next is one that's only going to update once a month. So they will be on alternating Wednesdays. And this is where I'm at right now. I've hit more pan in black. I've hit some more pan in espresso, and I've hit more pan in mauve. I don't know how well you can see that because my lighting is very bright. So I hope you can see that pretty well. So like I said, this is going to get its own video, and there's going to be a little game that I play with my other palettes as well in that to get some more use out of them, especially considering there's only like dark shadows in here really left, so they really need other things to pair with. But that is it. Thank you guys for tuning in. As always, I do really appreciate it, and hopefully I will see you for my next project pan.